One of the questions I get asked the most, being in the field that I am, is what exactly is hyperbaric oxygen therapy, or what most people know it as HBOT. How I explain it to parents is simple. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is when you go into a pressurized chamber and we are dissolving oxygen into the cells on a cellular level, and it starts to repair cells that have been damaged. So say you take somebody that has cerebral palsy from birth and they go into a chamber. We all know that when you have cerebral palsy that you have an insult to the brain and it affects your fine and gross motor skills. When children with cerebral palsy go into chambers, we're getting the oxygen into those cells, it's dissolving, and it's starting to repair those cells. So the kids are now able to do fine motor skills and to do gross motor skills. And what do we need more importantly than anything in this world is oxygen. And to me, it was one of the best choices I ever made because it's one of the healthiest choices. There truly are no side effects of hyperbaric oxygen therapy or HBOT because we all need oxygen in order to live. HBOT not only helped my daughter and other children living with special needs, but you're hearing about HBOT all the time on the news. You hear about athletes using it. I think there's over 400 NFL players that are using it not only for healing of injuries that they had, but also for preventing injury. I know that my typical daughter, Lily, who plays volleyball, has used it when she's had injuries. And my mom, who has MS, has used the same chamber that we have in our house. And it's really helped my mom with her cognition and things that we call the nummies, when she has like the nummies in her fingers and her hands, and her gait has improved. And then also just people use it just for general health and fitness. A lot of you know my friend Jenny McCarthy. She used it, as you know, for her son, Evan, who has autism, saw incredible improvements, not only in his autism, but with his seizures. But then she was going in the chamber with Evan, and she started to notice that she started to feel better. She started to have more energy. She started to be more focused, and she just overly all felt better. And so there's a lot of people that are using hyperbarics in various indications. You have stroke patients that, you know, have an insult when they have their stroke and they lose speech, or they may lose some cognition, or they lose mobility on their right side, and they'll come in and they'll do a round of hyperbarics and they start to feel better. They're able to function better in those other therapies. You know, their occupational therapists will start to say, wow, you're able to move your fingers better, you're able to clasp onto things. So what I can say when people are asking me what is hyperbarics and like how it can help a variety of things. And it's one of those therapies that really should be non-controversial because it causes no harm.